Good morning, children. A very good morning to you all. This is the Coalition Seminar number 12 for the passing. The Semiology of Selfies seminar is taking place in room 708, which can be found on the second floor of the Coalition Education Building. So if you are in the wrong room, get out. Excellent. Children, tomorrow your lives will change forever. Tomorrow you will be welcomed into adulthood and welcomed into the Coalition Network. I'm sure you're all terribly excited and just can't wait to get on with it. But unfortunately, oh, do hurry up. Sit down. See, this is going to be the worst passing group ever. As I was saying, unfortunately, you will have to spend the final 30 minutes of your passing preparation with me. My name is Johnston, and I'm an obedience and education influencer responsible for the rule of obedience, coalition law, and the passing. And it is my job to get you through your day and help you negotiate your passing and your entry into adult life. But before we begin, may I kindly ask you all to stand. Please stand. And join me in giving remembrance to our All-Father.
Our All-Father, He who has seen things you people would never believe, He who ended Snowden, Rock of the Coalition, Father of our beloved Rachel, I thank you for this day. I ask you to guide my influence. I offer my brand to you. I leverage my reach unto you in the hope that it is worthy. I give my mind and my body to our beloved Rachel. I will love brands or die trying. Benchmark me on this and forever, until removal us does depart. Shopping is freedom. Danke. Thank you all so much. Please be seated. Calm down. Children, the passing represents the biggest single shift in your life, the move from the darkness of a purely fleshy, physical existence and into the interconnected, cozy joy that the Coalition has built for all of its citizens. Today, you are 15, but tomorrow, you will be 16. You will join all of us in the network. You will step safely into your designated ecosphere of fear and influence. You will begin the process of harvesting brands and building and leveraging your reach and weaving your own personal brand tapestries. You will never be alone. It all begins with...
The Coalition ballroom was packed with 400 noisy 15-year-olds. Johnston hated every single one of them. His brand had been slowly slipping for years, and this once brilliant civil servant had been reduced to giving the adult introduction seminar to children on the eve of their passing. Had he not been loyal? Had he not consumed double, no, triple the recommended dosage of brand Sulin and Flucermal? Had he not tried harder than anyone to build his personal brand? God, he hated these people.
Which is why it's an absolute pleasure for me to be here today. A Coalition Day has been designed not only to optimize your shopping capabilities, but to maximize your own personal brand approach. As you can see, the main chunk of your day is made up of coalition work, a 50-50 split of mind shopping and personal influence. Network in network out, if you will. You will be issued these time slots after your passing and after you've been designated to your own personal brand benchmark. Your day begins with the taking of the Trinity, followed by a rigorous personal brand interrogation in which you will be required to critique your own personal brand performance against your own KPIs. You will nourish yourselves with the coalition ration of 2 eggs, a red bean smoothie, and an avocado coffee. You will groom and dress yourselves into clothes that you will only ever wear once. You will be required to arrive at your hot home by 1800 hours for debriefing and rest. Failure to be inside by this time will lead to instant removal. But more about that later. Dreams will be monitored, tracked, and measured against your key personality indicators. As of tomorrow, your life, your meals, your thoughts, your dreams, they will all be measured against your own personal benchmark levels. These levels are determined by your overall brand influence, performance, and key personality indicators, which you can see from the next slide can go up.
Johnston hated this slide. He hated it because it was a map of his slipping influence. He'd been a level 6, and at the top of his game, worshipped by some. His personal algorithm sought out by the most premium of brands and gorgeous people. But as his age limit approached, so had his performance slackened. He hated his slide because he would be asked what his level was. It was level 2, close to low benchmark syndrome. Really embarrassing.
It's not embarrassing at all, but should be considered as a warning to you all. Passing into adulthood and into the network will be a great joy for those of you destined to build rich brand tapestries for yourself and scale and growth hack your own personal style and influence. You will enjoy the shine and warmth of recognition, the glow of love, and all the benefits that these things bring with them. You'll never share a space again, unless you've been selected, of course, for the practice of penetration. Yes. From tomorrow onwards, you'll spend your evenings alone in a room that you will never own. And you will never spend more than one night in. You'll be allocated your hot homes by 1,700 hours, and you must be inside by 1,800 hours before the curfew bell tolls. The better your benchmark levels, the closer you will be to your designated hot home. The light of the coalition. The lower your influence and the lower your benchmark levels, well, the further away you will be from your hot home. The curfew bell tolls. You're outside. The doors are locked. Instant removal, never to be seen again. The dark side of the coalition. For those amongst you who reach the giddy heights of level 6 or 7, you may arrive at your hot home one evening to discover that you've been selected for the practice of penetration. A great honor. Reproduction for the coalition. The only time you'll legally be touched. Level 6s and 7s mixing their brands and their genes and their hormonal strategies to build marvelous unicorns for the coalition. It's fantastic. But It's not all Yolonaza, kids. Oh no. Adulthood is hard. There is a dark side to being a grown-up. And there are a number of serious issues that I am required under coalition law of obedience to inform you of. Firstly, you may suffer from low benchmark syndrome, which means that you either have no personality, no talent, or no potential influence. It could also mean that you're approaching your age limit. Now, tests have shown that personal brand personalities sink to an almost insignificant level around the age of 62. This process begins around the age of 46 and hockey sticks dramatically downwards around the age of 60. The coalition needs brand strength for it to function. Your storytelling must be strong at all times. The consequence is unreserved removal. Nobody lives forever in the coalition, regardless of how dandy they may attire. And now removal, children. There are many forms of removal. The most common form is something called the removal flashback sequence, by which the citizen of interest is subjected to blip-like flashbacks of all of the brand messaging that they have ever seen in the coalition network. They are sucked out of the network and into the deaf sensorium. It's a deeply unpleasant process and very, very painful. You should avoid this at all costs. Tomorrow, children, you will leave your concentration schools and march single file to the passing grounds, where you will step proudly forward and accept the Trinity from your headmaster. Now, the worst thing that can happen to you tomorrow is that you step forward to take the Trinity and nothing happens at all. The Trinity denies you access to the network. You are an unrequited citizen. Now, should this happen, you will be put into quarantine. You will be taken by Tesla Cargo to Ostende, where you will be shipped across the coalition channel to the island, where you will spend, it's not funny, where you will spend the rest of your days spinning in a glass orb, watching over the brand enhancement drugs and hormones that had absolutely no effect on you whatsoever. Now, data has shown that these things...
Johnston was terrified of the island. He had heard rumors of the conditions in Hangar 7, 9 and 12, situated in god-awful sounding places like Southampton, Newton Abbot and Bournemouth. He was old enough to have vague ghost-like memories of the island, strange stories of a place before the implementation of the Wasteland Act, the News War, Brexit, Farage, May, Johnson, Trump, Weidel and the coalition of the right, a concentration island that had once had a queen. They'd been deporting the unrequited there for years. He was only 3 clicks on the benchmark level from going there.
And once there, you will never speak again. A silent penance to our All-Father. So that's the nitty-gritty of what happens after your passing. But let's dig a little deeper into what the coalition actually is. Where did it come from? Who are its heroes? Why does it exist? Now, our Black Operatives Department have put a little film together to give you some kind of idea about what awaits you tomorrow after your passing.
What if we reimagine what it means to build a society based on personal brand reach? What if we removed the friction between security services and brand talent to build a stronger, safer community based on fear and influence? What if we could ignite our citizens with the type of energy, that type of brand power that streamlines the process of surveillance and facilitates more branded security transactions? What if we are gorgeous? Welcome to the Coalition. Our goal, to explore the ocean of uncharted influence and put dystopia at the heart of all society. We're on a quest to connect diverse communities of brands, security services, and influencers to create chemical synergies. The Coalition ideates, conceptualizes, and executes to obedience KPIs by harnessing the power of the Trinity. Become an iconic influencer. Cherish life in the ecosphere. Stay young for the brands. Meditate on their downfall. Influence is oil. Move fast and break people. Love brands or die trying. Shopping is freedom. Welcome to the Coalition.
Welcome to the Coalition, children. Become an iconic influencer. Cherish life in the ecosphere. Stay young for the brands and meditate on their downfall. Influence is oil. Move fast and break people. Love brands or die trying, and shopping is freedom. Now, these simple rules were drawn up and devised by the Black Operatives Department and our All-Father back in 2019. And they form our Constitution. We believe in it, we uphold it, we obey it. Where the Constitution gives us a playbook by which we can engage and contribute to this holistic customer journey that we've come to call life, the dystopian proposition is the foundation upon which all of this has been built. Developed in an Alpine agency offsite by the Black Operatives Department and our All-Father, the dystopian proposition outlines 3 essential coalition components. Firstly, possession is war. Ownership is a deviant desire that neither furthers our cause or delivers short-term value. Influence is oil. Influence is the lifeblood of the coalition. It drives our machine. It fuels our power to desire to want more, have more, be more gorgeous. And finally, shopping is freedom. The continuous act of shopping without ownership is the motor of our ecosystems. Shopping defines our days. Shopping, children, defines who we are. And this is where we all came from. This was the rollout. This is the glory of how we made the world great again. A series of remarkable events, schemes, campaigns, all conceived by the Black Operative Department, acted out by our All-Father, and delivered by the coalition. From Uberface to Flussamol, from the illusion of our neo-Orwellianism to the glory of the chemical revolution, the Black Operatives Department has been delivering cutting-edge products and services that have continually delivered value, revenue, and fear across all markets and verticals. The Trinity. Our suite of communication drugs and hormones developed by agile thinking designers, advertisers, biochemists, fashion bloggers, and our own engineering department. The Trinity has been designed to mold our day. Brandsulin, your daily dose of brand inspiration, taken with the needle to enhance your understanding of programmatic communications within the coalition network. Brandsulin is a mind-opening experience. You'll feel more messaging. You'll see more messaging. You will let the brands in. And then flusamol, one drop on your tongue, and the entire coalition network will feel your magnificent presence. Use flusamol. Hustle it. Build on it. Build your love and your reach and your influence. And finally, Rachel. The paradigm shift out of the hardware ghettos. Our all-father's pride and joy. The one algorithm to rule us all. Once taken, Rachel will give you access to the entire coalition network. All of the information, all of the influence, and all of the individual citizens living within it. Rachel is not only access to the network. Rachel is the network. She guides us, monitors us, she informs us, she helps us follow the Constitution, she interrogates our brands and our personal influence. She surveys us, she loves us, she punishes us, she talks to us. Now, I've known her all of my adult life, and I couldn't think of anyone better suited to introduce you, dear children, to Rachel other than Rachel herself. Would you like to meet her? We'll try that again. Would you like to meet her? Really are a difficult passing group. Well, here she is. This is Rachel. Now, you'll be taking one of these every day for the rest of your lives, with new rations being delivered every 20 days to your hot home. Now, you just pop them in. Some people like to swallow. I like to chew. Yeah. Just let it kind of...
Johnston could feel the pill dissolving in his stomach, and the chemical components latching onto his brain, the fear rising in him. She would be with him soon, to tear him and his benchmark performance apart, in front of these children. She was going to make an exception of him.
So, sometimes it's good to take it with water. I've just realized. Yes, I think she's coming now. So we've hooked her up to a bone microphone, so hopefully you will be able to hear her now. So, Rachel, are you there?
I am Rachel.
Ah, hello, Rachel. Good morning. How are you?
Johnston.
Yes?
Good morning.
Good morning, Rachel.
Your brand levels are particularly low this morning. You are now dangerously close to low benchmark syndrome. Your KPIs are looking terrible.
Yeah.
Embarrassing.
It's not embarrassing. Now, listen. I'm here with 415-year-olds, and they're going in to the passing tomorrow. So would you just introduce yourself, please?
I am Rachel. Real-time. Algorithmic. Chemical. Hallucinogenic. Enhancement. Lady. I am network. I am coalition. I am control.
Yes, you are, aren't you? Now, could you maybe show the children what they can do with you, or what you can do, what you're capable of?
I can do everything.
Yes.
I can see everything. I can be everything to everybody at any time. I soar through the sky, clouds, wires and veins. I am chemical. I am pixel. I am electricity. Can you feel the network? Do you feel me, Johnston?
Yes.
I am in you now.
Yes, you are, aren't you? Now, maybe, could you show them how we can maybe, like an idiot's guide to mind shopping, or maybe some LinkedIn stuff that you can do with...
Look at this man. Once proud, once young, once relevant, and opinion leader.
Some of the children had started murmuring quietly amongst themselves. Some were sobbing miserably. There was nothing that Johnston could do. It felt like his head was in a vice. His skull was cracking with pixels and electricity.
Once full of influence, but now in pain before you. Does he look like he cherishes life in the ecosphere? Does he look like jobbing has set him free? Does he look like a man who is loyal to the coalition? Children, from tomorrow onwards, I will be in you all. I will embrace you all and nurture your endeavors. Embrace me. I will introduce you into a society founded on influence. I will hold the strong and break the weak among you. You will enter adulthood through me, and I will always be with you. You will never know a world without me. You will love brands or die trying.
Can we maybe just do the brand interrogation later?
You are level 1 now, Johnston. Old. Done. Irrelevant. You're not down with the kids. Not young for the brands. Not millennial. Embrace failure. And leave.
Not the island.
You are not going to the island, Johnston. Initiating removal flashback sequence for Johnston 201202520.
No.
No influence. No brand. No good. Goodbye.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you. It's great. Thank you very much.